Justin, it's another defeat, but so many more positives that you can take from that, especially in the second half. Such a battling performance from your side, wasn't it?
Yeah, listen, first half we deserved to be going in and losing because I thought we was shocking. But second half we've battered them. If it was a boxing match, they'd been knocked out loads of times. It was different class second half, and I'm proud of the boys. I just said to them, like, I'll take losing like that every week, and then it's my responsibility. Obviously, I'm doing something wrong if we're losing, but that second half performance is just character, pride. We've missed the penalty. They've scored a goal that shouldn't have been when you clearly see it on the camera it's offside. So, you know, I mean, we could have won that game by 2 goals in the second half. So to come back from 2-0 down against a top team, I'm proud.
It's a shame because I think as a team we worked so hard to try and get back into the game, and it was a little bit of a sucker punch really. It was a debatable offside decision that's really cost us the 3 points. But like you said, a lot of positives to take from it. I think for me that has to be the benchmark now going forward, that second half performance, because don't get me wrong, we're going to be there or thereabouts. So as a team and as a squad, we know what we need to do now if we want to challenge this year.
What do you think was missing in the first half? It was, I mean, against Tilbury, you mentioned that the final ball seemed to be missing. It was a bit the same again, wasn't it, first half today?
Well, I think they're still feeling sorry for themselves from Saturday, and I said to them, you can't do that. You know, like, yeah, I agree with you. Like, we were scared to pass the ball in the first half. We was passing it and going into our players. It was running off. So I just got him in at half time and I said, listen, you're at home. You're embarrassing yourself. I said, like you've never played football. Go out there and give a bit of character, get on the ball, pass it, trust your teammates, go for goal. Once you get one, they're a rock. And exactly what happened. We got one. They ended up sending a centre half on the last 20 minutes to try and hang on to a 2-1. Then we've scored. And then we scored, made it 2-2. We've missed a pen before the 2-2. They've scored a goal which the whole stadium could see that it was offside. So it's painful, you know.
I felt like the first half was quite scrappy for both teams. I think we obviously give them a leap up by not defending a set piece very well, and at this level in tight games that kind of gives teams a bit of a foothold, and maybe they relaxed a little bit, and because of the result on Saturday we tensed up a little bit, and they went on and they probably played more football than what we did. So yeah, it was disappointing first half, but thankfully we got ourselves together and it was a much improved performance in the second half.
What did Justin say to the guys at half time?
Well, to be fair, I believe all the lads are honest, and I think we all looked at ourselves and we knew we weren't performing. We knew we were the team at home, but yet we were the team looking like we were the away team. And so Justin just kind of motivated us, told us to get our heads up and get out there and do ourselves some justice, and really we all took that on board, and we knew we owed the fans and everyone here and Justin as well and Glenn a big 45 minutes, and we went and done that.
At half time you took Sammy Knott off and replaced him with Nuruddin Kallon, pushed Michael Begg forward. Was that tactical or was it injury? Or?
No, it was a bit of both. Sammy's been out for 3 weeks. I think we've got 45 minutes in the bank. I didn't want to push him for another 15 minutes, then he'll be out for a couple of weeks. He's got 45 minutes in it. He'll hopefully train hard Thursday and push for a starting place Saturday. And I just felt that Beggs will give us that header in, win the header and be able to hold the ball up, a bit more experience in the middle. And I just think we need to be a bit tighter at the back. So I think it was a good decision in the end.
Michael Begg's not a natural right back. He said that he doesn't particularly like playing there. Do you think pushing him forward might be an option for the coming weeks?
You know, he's a striker, can play right wing, so yeah, he's always going to be happier more further up the field.
Justin has been very, let's say, critical of the referee this evening. The key moments seem to go against us this evening. What did you make of the referee's performance tonight?
I think you've got to, me personally, I think you've got to understand the level of football you're at. And I think the lower down the pyramid you go, the worse probably the referees are. You see in the Premiership every week shocking decisions, and that's only escalated further probably at non-league level. I think where possible you have to try and take the decisions away from the referee and the linesman, and because you can't really rely on them. And unfortunately, we've as a back four maybe stepped up, believing that the linesman would flag for an offside, which we thought was genuine, and unfortunately he didn't, and the guy's gone through and scored really. So disappointing.
A lot of teams would have their heads would have dropped after that penalty was missed, especially as it would have made it an equaliser. But your side picked themselves up and got a goal through Jay Leader to equalise. I mean, how pleasing is that as a manager to see your team snap straight back into it?
Well, like I said to him, I told him in the first half, go and win me the second half. We won the second half. 2-0 down against a top team is always going to be tough to come back with, but we have come back. We should have won it. And I'm positive. I'm not going to be down at the end of the day. Yeah, it's a 3 points loss, but there's a way of losing and there's a way of winning. And today, I think we've won in the best way. I mean, we've lost in the best way possible in terms of showing character. Had a few seasons go against us, could have had another penalty. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm not down.
Now the break from the league, you got a massive cup game on Saturday in the FA Cup here against Canvey Island. You've got plenty of positives from tonight. You're hoping for a good result.
What I will say is probably the first time we're underdogs. It seems every team wants to beat us in our league, and when they do win, they celebrate like they've won the league. So let's hope that ain't premature like they did last year, Maldon. But yeah, we've got the FA Cup on Saturday. It's a different kind of break. We're playing against a Ryman Prem team who on paper should beat us. No disrespect to my team, but if I'm honest with you, if I get my strongest 11 out and they play, we will beat them.
We come in for FA Cup 90. The underdogs have got nothing to lose, and that's why they always do well. So we need to correct the losses we've got. Canvey will be a big spout for us, and it will get us back on track. So we want to turn these defeats around as quickly as possible, and Saturday's a perfect opportunity to do that.
Do you think that will do your side a favour of being the underdogs? They've got literally nothing to lose, really, have they?
They haven't got nothing to lose, but at the same time, like I said to you, if I can get my best 11 out there, we've got a few injuries. I think we're missing Brian massively since Brian's been out of the team. Every game Brian started for us, we've won. Like I said, if I can he ain't going to be available, but if I can get my best team out there and they perform like they did second half, we will run them very close.